Music at the Piano. Today we are looking at the third piece in the 24 Short and Easy Pieces by Alexander Reinagle, which I feel is also a good transition piece from your method book to the Preparatory A Level list of pieces in the RCM syllabus. The ones that I know that are free to download are the 2015 and the 2022 copies. So this is treble C, or C5, or the C above middle C, and this is middle C. So I like to focus on intervallic reading because I think that you can sight read music faster if you learn it through the patterns of the intervals. Of course, you do want to know the names of the different notes, C, D, E, F, G, or Do, Re, Mi, or whatever. But let's take a look now at the intervals. So you have C, repeat, up a second, repeat, up a second, repeat, up a third, then down all seconds, repeat, up a second, up a second, up a third, down seconds. Okay, moving on, then up a third, repeat, down a second, repeat, up a third, repeat, down a second, repeat, down a third, repeat, up a second, up a second, up a third. A third is a space to a space, skipping a line, or a line to a line, skipping a space. A line to the very next space, or a space to the very next line is a second. Down a second. If we apply solfege to that, we're in a C major 5-finger pattern. C is Do, D is Re, E is Mi, F is Fa, and G is Sol. So it's Do, Do, Re, Re, Mi, Mi, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do, Do, Re, Mi, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do, Mi, Mi, Re, Re, Fa, Fa, Mi, Mi, Do, Do, Re, Mi, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. And these are all 4-bar phrases, or 4-bar parts of phrases that make up longer phrases. So there's an 8-bar A section and an 8-bar B section. The first 4 bars of the A section are little a, and then you have a B, a little baby B section here. This, in the B section, it starts off with a different phrase, so that would be labeled C. But then the second 4-bar phrase in the B half is the same as the B over here. So there's only 3 4-bar phrases that you have to learn before you know all 4 of them. In the left hand, you have Do and Sol, and there's a Fa over there. So it's I will actually sing the left hand in solfege while I play the right hand. Do, So, Do, So, Do, Fa, So, Do, going on. Do, So, So, Do, Do, Fa, So, Do. And you can also do the same thing. What I've said in other videos is, if you're working with a student, make sure the student knows each part very well, and then try singing a duet with your student where they sing the right hand or the left hand and you sing the other. And then later on, if you want to get really advanced, you can have them sing one and play the other, but maybe that's something more for teachers to do. I'll try singing the right hand and playing the left hand. Do, Do, Re, Re, Mi, Mi, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do, Do, Re, Mi, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. You might want to point out to your student how many times you go Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Mi, Mi, Re, Re, Fa, Fa, Mi, Mi, So, So, Re. No, it's just kidding. Do, Do, Re, Mi, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. This is what happens when you don't stay focused. And then for technique, what I chose to do dynamically was to play a little louder the first time, play a little softer on the repeat, play softer when I got into the B section, and then louder on the repeat. You can make any choice you like. Try it different ways and see what you like the best. So in the right hand in particular, your left hand, of course, you want to align your arm behind the finger that's playing. So there's going to be a little bit of lateral wrist rotation that gets you, depending on the size of your hand, more or less. from the C to the G, and there's a little bit of lateral wrist rotation there, and then to go to the F you want a little bit more, because if you align your arm behind the finger that's playing, you won't have any weak fingers. They'll all be equally strong because they have the support of the arm. And then in the right hand, it walks you up. Arm behind finger 2, behind finger 3, behind finger 5, 4, 3, and that can be a little circle from 5 to 1 if you want, or just a lateral. But it's going to be easier to do the dynamic nuance of a little bit of a crescendo and decrescendo if you bring your wrist with you and pop it over like that. Then a line behind 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2. Yes. And if anybody ever taught you to put a quarter on somebody's hand and that hand should stay still and the quarter should not fall off, I say shame on them and shame on you if you continue to do that. You have to have the ability to rotate your arm and your hand and to use the only time that would be appropriate is if you're playing a piece called a clavichord, where it's a middle tangent. There's a little hammer that hits the middle tangent, and you need to have fingers that go like this a lot, more up and down. But it's a very soft instrument. You can't play loud, so you don't have to do that with any great force. But somewhere along the line, somebody got that idea, and it's a terrible one. So here we go one more time.